So, my promise to you is this. You will receive so much content in the next 30 minutes. You don't have to write any notes down. I'm going to give you all the slides, but just keep an open mind. There's enormous content, and my intent for you today is to give you everything I know. So I've got a minute to do that, because that's all I know. But there's enormous content, I promise you. My mission in life is this. I'm here to serve. I'm a gladiator, an unstoppable gladiator, so that people can lead richer, fuller, happier lives. I coach the richest, fastest, smartest people on the planet. And if you use these tools, I promise you, your life will change. And I want you to, excuse me? Hey? I'm sorry, just kidding. But I want you to have fun, okay? Life's about having fun. And, you know, we've all had, all the speakers have one thing in common, adversity. So write this down, wherever you want to write this down, in your head, in your mind, wherever you want. Adversity is your friend. So we have the ability to change our lives today. If we make a decision today, just like Mike Melio did, he made a decision. He'd had enough. We make a decision. Today can be the start of a new life. The way you end your life today, not today, I didn't mean today. I don't want you to end your life today. But the way you end your life can be changed by the decisions you make today. So if you could just get up, stand up, and just give a pound to a nearby neighbor. A fist pound. A fist pound. Okay, cool. Sit down. So the tools I'm going to give you today can be used in your personal life, your business life, and your professional life. These are rules for doing good. Do all the good you can in all the ways you can, to all the people you can, in every place you can, at all the times you can, as long as ever you can. So just basically have awareness. Awareness is the master discipline. You cannot be in love. You cannot be joyful. You cannot be blissful. You cannot be fulfilled without awareness. If you raise your level of awareness, you raise the quality of your life. So how do you raise your level of awareness? Good. It's a muscle. Awareness is a muscle. So how do you develop a muscle? By practicing it. So if you have a computer screen and you put a Post-it note on it saying, be aware, you could have a handkerchief in your pocket with a knot in it. And every time you're aware of it, say, oh, I need to be aware. You could have your phone make a noise every 2-3 hours just to remind you to be aware. So if you develop this muscle, I promise you your life will change. So this is a picture of my family. My son is speaking next. I wanted to make sure I didn't speak after him because, like, I have no competition. You know, he'll beat the crap out of me. He's a great speaker, so please, you know, ring up all your friends, ask them to come along. I had an arranged marriage. I've been married 27 years. You know, I asked her 4 questions when we got married, before I got married. I should have asked her, can you cook? Sorry, honey. Shit, I forgot it's live. So, you know, we've been married 27 years, and I've had 3 bad meals. It's not bad, huh? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I thought it was funny. Mark, was that funny?
Say it again.
Okay, no, I'm not going to say it again.
It'll be funnier the second time.
Okay, so who's up for having fun? Okay, so I need a volunteer. Come on, all right, come on up. Okay. Do a jig.
Do a jig?
Yeah, with a nose.
Oh, put the nose on.
Yeah. There you go. To the crowd.
Oh, hey.
Big hand for the man. Big hand for the man. Thank you.
Good?
Yeah.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it?
Keep it. Yeah. I don't know where it's been. So, but the thing is, he took action. You have to take action in life. And the more action you take, the better the results. All of the speakers had one thing in common. They all took action. Awareness is the master discipline. How do you get awareness? We've taught you that. So when are you going to start increasing your awareness? Okay. Shout out one thing you've decided to do today. Become aware. What else? Take action. What else?
Eat healthier.
Hmm?
Eat healthier.
Eat healthier. What else? Ask how. What else?
Ask why.
Ask why. What else?
Be serious, not survive.
Yeah. What else?
Exercise.
Exercise. So a lot of tools. So who sees the formula in there? What is it? Mark. Okay. Who discovered that? Einstein, correct? So I've got my own formula. I have my own formula. H is happiness equals G cubed, the Gupta formula. Happiness or fulfillment is G cubed. The first G is give. Give. You've heard all the speakers say the same thing. Give your time, your energy, your love, your commitment, your joy, your gift, your money. Give it away, but without wanting anything in return. Second G, be grateful for what you have and don't focus on what you don't have. The third G is you have to grow emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mentally. Okay? This is so powerful. This conforms to all the laws of the universe. So I want you to do an exercise. All of you, look at those three Gs and say to yourself, ask yourself a true question, authentic, be authentic. Which is the lowest G? It doesn't mean that it has to be a very low score. You could have a 99, a 98, and a 97. But ask yourself, what is the lowest G? Just do that for like 30 seconds. Who's got one? Okay, what's your lowest G? Okay. So can I give you an exercise to do? In the next day, perform 5 random acts of kindness. Open the door for someone, buy someone a coffee, smile at someone and say, hey, I want to thank you for helping me. You have I love your hair, I love your kindness. 5 random acts of kindness. See, when you raise the lowest G, all of them are raised. Who else had another one? What was yours?
Grateful.
Okay, close your eyes. Tell me 5 things you're grateful for.
My house, my job, my family, my friends, my health.
Give me 10 more things.
My country, my education, my time.
Okay, thank you. So can you see? That's the muscle he hasn't developed. Okay? Now, it's very easy. I normally ask people to write down 100. Okay? At the beginning, it's hard. So you have teeth, you have hair, you're a good-looking man, you have feet, eyes, toes, everything. It doesn't matter the size. Well, I don't mean it that way. Size matters, yeah. But it's the simplest thing, the air that we breathe. You know, the air that we breathe. You know, Becky was talking about pooping. But, you know, we poop in water that other countries would love to drink out of. It's really that simple. If you develop this one muscle, it will change your life. So, again, if I asked you to do 30, could you do 30?
It'll take some time.
Yeah. You would do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
And if I asked you to do 50, could you do it?
I could.
And then next week, if I asked you to do 10, say, oh, 10's easy. So it's just the muscle. So who had another one? A low G. Come on, guys. Yeah. Growth. Okay. Which part of growth? Emotional, physical, spiritual, or mental? Emotional. So now you have awareness. So she knows that she has to work on her emotional growth. So someone said about keeping a food diary. So if you keep an emotional diary, write down whenever you're feeling sad, what happened. Write down whenever you're feeling happy, what happened. So then you have a higher level of awareness, then you can see a pattern, and then you can develop that through awareness. All it is a muscle. This guy said one sentence that changed my life. One sentence can change your life. And I hope you've received many sentences today. Not the prison type, but, like the one sentence type, okay? This is what he said. This is what he said, okay? Be so good that you cannot be ignored. If you live like that, Dr. Fab just said the same thing. Be so good that you cannot be ignored. How would you live your life? What would happen? And I want to add to that sentence. Be so good that you cannot be ignored. And if you are ignored, it doesn't matter because you've been so good. You can't lose. It's a $10 fine for that. Okay. As human beings, we love to be comfortable. And we love to be comfortable about being comfortable. But what we need to become is comfortable about being uncomfortable and become uncomfortable about being comfortable. There's no way I'm going to repeat that. But it's true. Yeah. Mike Melia told us, be uncomfortable so that you can grow. We've all been through tremendous adversity. I was suicidal 7 years ago. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. Adversity is your friend. Adversity is your friend. It's not what happens in life. It's who are you going to become? How are you going to show up? There's one thing that destroyed the pain for me when I was in that state. As soon as I started serving other people, the pain disappeared. And if I wouldn't be doing what I am doing today. So if you start serving other people, I promise you, the pain will disappear. Another beautiful thing will happen. As you start serving other people, you get clarity on what your mission and passion is. So awareness gives you clarity. Clarity gives you focus. Focus gives you action. Action gives you results. And ultimately, that leads to success, fulfillment, joy. But it has to start from awareness. Did you not like my talk? And there'll be one person left at the end of this talk, I'm sure. So, knowledge equals power, correct? Who believes that? It's not. It's not true. Knowledge does not equal power unless you implement, unless you take action. We know how to lose weight, but do we take the action? So knowledge, or having the knowledge can be very painful, because I knew what to do 7 years ago, but I couldn't do it. So knowledge is not power until you implement. The more implementation you make in your life, the more action you take, the better the results. And whenever you take action, you always get results. Always. Thomas Edison, 9,999 times he took action but got a result. Maybe not the result he wanted, but he got a result. So whenever you take action, you always get a result. Yeah. So we have definitions. So what's a definition? What's a definition that you have for love? Anybody? Just shout it out.
In so much as it is I, it is you.
I have no idea. This is Harvard, so I have no idea what he said. So, someone less smart than him. What is love?
We are all one.
Okay, love is we are all one. What else is love? Keep it simple. What does love mean to you?
Putting somebody else before yourself.
Okay, so she said putting someone above yourself. Okay? So what happens in an aeroplane when there's an emergency? The oxygen masks come down. What did they tell you to do? Yeah, okay. So if we change the definition of a word, we change our life. So the definition I have for love is this. Love is acceptance. So who's married here? Okay, who's got kids? Okay. Who's in a relationship? Okay. The greatest gift you can give your kids is this. Give your kids the ability to handle life. That's it. If you give them the ability to handle life, that's the greatest gift you can give them. That's what happens in nature, isn't it? It's not doting on your kids. It's throwing adversity at them. Richard Branson, when he was 5, he was put in the middle of a field and told to get home. Look where he is today. So I said to my wife, honey, let's do that. She said, are you nuts? Yeah, I was. But we did something similar. We put my son and my daughter in the middle of London and told them to get home. But we were nearby, just to make sure that they're okay. But we wanted to see how they responded, how they reacted, where they stood in the tube station, who they asked. So, parents, throw adversity at your child. Husbands, I'm going to get killed when I get home like this. Throw adversity at your wife so that she can grow. Throw adversity at people that you love, that they can reasonably handle, not in a nasty way. What's the definition you have for success? Who's successful here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So,
Me too.
okay, yeah, you don't count, Mike. You don't count. So, why are you not successful? Why are you not successful? Just give me a reason. Huh? Okay. Anyone, why would you not be successful? Because of the definition you have for it. So if you change that definition you have for it, you'll change how you feel. So if you took on my definition, well, I stole it, but I'm not going to admit to that. Oh, I just did. Success.
Think so loud.
Anil, don't do that. I mean, I don't know. I talk to myself as well. So success equals making progress. So every day you're making progress, you're successful. That's it. There's no end point. You know, people think, oh, I'll be rich or I'll be successful when I've got $100 million. I coach people who've got that much money. They're not any happier. They're not that successful because they think there's something missing. The only way to be successful is to change the definition and do the 3 G's. Give, grow, gratitude. So, guess what? Another formula. Success equals making progress squared. Einstein didn't have that one. That's it. So start making more progress. Take more action. I promise you results will happen. So you cannot change the past, correct? But the decisions you make today will create a new future. What are you going to decide today? Who are you going to become? How are you going to show up? I'll give you all these slides, everybody, so that you don't need to worry about them. I'll give you copies of them all. Oh, there he is again. So if you have a baby, no, I don't mean literally have a baby, but if there's a baby and you looked at it, there'd be pure love. And why do you love that baby? Because you accept the baby as is. What would happen if you accepted your partner as is? Isn't that what you did when you first dated? Everything that they did was magnificent, beautiful. They didn't have to do anything. Your child didn't have to do anything until they reached a certain age. Then they had to perform. But if you accepted your partner, if you accepted yourself as is, that would impact your life. If you want to save your relationship, if you're having any marital issues, there's one thing. If you just do this one thing, I promise you that relationship will change. Make your partner the number one priority. If you serve your partner, you make them the number one priority, they will never leave you. One of the biggest mistakes married couples make, or couples with children make, they make the child the number one priority. That will always lead to pain. Because what will happen, one of the spouses will go and do something different while the other one looks after the child. Normally, the mother will dote on the child, so the man will go play tennis. He'll have a network of friends, and then when the child leaves the house, she'll turn around and say, "Hey, honey, I'm back." He says, "No, honey, I'm gone." But if you make your husband, your partner, your number one priority, the child will see that. And a beautiful thing will happen. Your ability and capacity to love and be loved will increase. Your child will give you even more love, but it'll be a purer love because it'll be based on love, not having to give love, but just because they love you, which is a much deeper and purer love. They will see, by making their partner their number one priority, they will never leave them. And that's what happens when you date. You make your partner your number one priority, you get married, then all of a sudden everything changes. So make your partner your number one priority. I promise you profound change. I'm one of the world's most powerful forgiveness experts. Everybody needs to forgive somebody or something. Normally it's themselves. Forgiveness is the express pathway to freedom. The quality of your life is dependent on the depth and authenticity of that forgiveness. So again, I'm not going to ask you to do the exercise now, but when you go home tonight, say, who do I need to forgive? What is it that I'm not willing to let go of? Then ask yourself this really very powerful question. How is it hurting me? Forgiveness isn't about letting the other person win. It's nothing to do with that. It's about you getting that freedom. Not forgiving is like you taking the poison, hoping something happens to someone else. So please, be authentic about this. It's very powerful. When you go home tonight, ask yourself, who do I need to forgive? What do I need to let go? How is this hurting me? How is this affecting my life? And not forgiving affects your self-expression, your love, your compassion, your mission, your passion, your happiness, your joy. It's very important you be authentic with yourselves. Attachments. The quality of your life is dependent on the number of attachments that you have. The less attachments that you have, the better the quality of the life. So, prime example, a baby has no attachments. A baby is a baby. A beautiful soul. We can learn from babies. No attachment. So ask yourself again, when you get home, what am I attached to? Am I attached to earning a certain number of dollars? Am I attached to getting a certain position? Am I attached to a relationship? Am I attached to this? Am I attached to that? By you asking this quality question, you'll get a quality answer. And just again, be authentic with yourselves. Am I really attached to this? Or is this really something I want? It's so powerful. If you can lead an unattached life, it will give you so much freedom. Who knows what compounding interest is? There's a famous guy based here. Was it Benjamin Franklin? He told us about the power of compounding. It's phenomenal. Yeah? So when you put money in the bank and the interest grows on the interest, and the interest it compounds to a huge sum of money. Correct? So I have developed a better system than this. Is there any security here? Can you throw that man out, please? And I call it compounding happiness. Okay? So if you, today, right now, you decide, I'm going to be 0.5% happier, 0.5% more giving, 0.5% more caring, 0.5% more loving, 0.5% more generous, 0.5% more forgiving, 0.5% more playful, 0.5% more fun, 0.5% more joyous. What would happen after a week, a month, a year? It wouldn't look anything like that. It would look like that. That's what's actually going to happen, because as human beings, we're not totally focused on getting the results. So we'll go up, we'll plateau, we'll go up. But that's what's going to happen. It's phenomenal. So who's going to commit to compounding their happiness today? I've got to see every hand up. Every hand up. Yeah. Every hand up. All right. Cool. Thank you. Who's actually going to do it? Oh, cool. We spoke about this. As you take action, as you become aware, your capacity to love and be loved will increase. Your capacity to be successful increase. Your capacity to be a giver, a server will increase. It's magical. We have the power. It's our duty to serve. As soon as you realize we have a duty to serve, we have a duty to give our mission and passion away. We all have a gift. So when you get home tonight, ask yourself this one question. What is my gift? What is my gift? I ask these to 10, 11-year-olds, and at first they're embarrassed because they don't like admitting that they have a gift. But we all have a gift. What is my gift? Why am I not being my gift? What's stopping me? Beautiful questions you can ask yourself tonight. Who would like more time? We would, wouldn't we? So if I could teach you a way to create time, would you be interested? Okay? So imagine you got up half an hour earlier every day. How much time would that create over a year? 60 hours a year. That's like almost 2 weeks, isn't it? A week and a half, isn't it? 10 minutes a day. An hour a day is 360 hours. So if you just got up half an hour a day, or you went to bed an hour later, that would all add. And if you added compounding your productivity, instead of just being awake, being alert, you can be productive as well as creating more time, the compounding effect would be enormous. As you get older, and I'm 55, the value of time increases. It's more valuable to me. When you're younger, you think you have plenty of time. Do these exercises today. Ask yourself, could I get up 10 minutes earlier? Could I get up half an hour earlier? What's stopping me? What would happen if I took this on? Do a 5-day challenge, a 7-day challenge. So I have the privilege of spending time with Richard Branson. And we asked him this simple question. Richard, what are you most excited about? What was the most exciting moment of your life? And you know what he said? When my children got married. So, son, I'm waiting. No pressure. It's simple. One of the richest men on the planet. And do you know how I measure a man's wealth? It's what he has left when you take away all his possessions. How kind is he? How generous is he? How giving is he? How gentle is he? How present is he? So all of you are beautifully rich. Another exercise you can do tonight. Write down all the great things, all your great habits or traits. I'm kind, I'm generous, I'm serene, I'm playful, I'm joyful, I'm fun, I'm honest, I have integrity. Write those down and review them and repeat them back to yourself. Because as human beings, we're great at beating ourselves up. And then you'll realize how rich you are. We asked Richard, what are you looking forward to most? He said grandchildren. He has 3 now, twins and another baby. Very simple. What are the most important things in your life? Relationships and health. And that's all we've been talking about today. It's relationships and health. These are universal laws. So one sentence. I remember doing this event, 8 hours of pure content. And I asked this guy, hey, Chris, what did you get from the seminar? I said, Anil, there's one sentence that changed my life. I said, you've got to be kidding me. After 8 hours, he said, no, it's transformational. Would you like to know what that one sentence was? Okay, I'll tell you. He said, there's nowhere to get to. As human beings, we're trying to get somewhere. We're trying to get to another relationship or a higher standard or more money. There's nothing wrong. Is he laughing or crying? There's nothing missing, and you're already there. It's very powerful. There's nothing missing, there's nothing wrong, nowhere to get to, you're already there. Another sentence, someone told me. Infinite patience produces immediate results. If you know everything will be well in the end, you can be at peace now. And if it's not well, it's not the end. So, have I run out of time?
Yeah, you're 15 seconds.
Okay, 15 seconds. Then I have to end it like this. So I urge you, take action. Look after yourselves. Ask those questions to yourself. Answer them authentically. If you want me, if you want to look me up, I'm on Instagram, Immediate Happiness, and you'll find out. You'll find out where I am. But I want to thank Mark and the rest of the gang here. Really, it's all about relationships. It's all about health. It's not what happens in life. It's who you're going to become. So please decide to become the great you today. Thank you.